Have you noticed how we greet each other lately? Subtle, but it's there. You run into an old friend at a coffee shop, maybe one of those automated ones that seem to be on every corner now, and you ask, "How have you been?" And almost instinctively, before they even think about it, they sigh, smile a little wearily, and say, "Oh, insanely busy. Just non-stop." And you nod. You validate it. Maybe you even feel a pang of envy. Because in 2026, that exhaustion isn't a complaint. It's a flex. We are living in an era where automation and AI were supposed to liberate us. Remember the promises of the early 2020s. We were told that by now, the algorithms would handle the drudgery. We were supposed to be entering a golden age of leisure, of 4-day workweeks and creative pursuits. But look around. The opposite happened. We didn't slow down. We sped up. Somewhere along the way, we decided that if machines can do the work of 10 people, we should try to do the work of 20. Today, I want to talk about why. Why, in a world that theoretically offers us more time than ever, have we turned being too busy into the ultimate status symbol? And more importantly, I want to explore what this relentless drive is actually covering up inside of us. Because as a psychologist, I can tell you, the busiest schedules often hide the quietest, most painful voids. To understand 2026, we have to look backward. Historically, status was defined by leisure. If you were wealthy in the 1800s, you didn't work. Your pale skin and soft hands were proof that you didn't have to toil in the fields or factories. Idleness was the trophy. Then came consumerism. Status became about stuff. The car, the watch, the square footage. But now, goods are cheap. Production is automated. Anyone can subscribe to a luxury lifestyle service. So scarcity shifted. What is the one thing that money, AI, and optimization cannot manufacture more of? Human attention. If you are unavailable, if you are swamped, it implies that your time is in high demand. It signals that you are relevant in an economy that is terrifyingly efficient. In a world where AI can write code, paint art, and manage logistics, human input has become a premium commodity. If you are busy, it means you haven't been replaced yet. It reassures you, I still matter. The fear of irrelevance. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. This empathy is crucial here. I'm not criticizing you for being busy. I'm busy too. We all are. But we need to ask, what are we running from? In 2026, we are collectively haunting the halls of our own obsolescence. When we see a machine perform a task in seconds that used to take us days, it triggers a deep, primal insecurity. We feel small. We feel disposable. So we fill the calendar. We create work about work. We attend meetings about the meetings the AI summarized. We obsess over optimizing our morning routines, our sleep data, our nutrient intake. We have turned our own bodies and minds into projects because we are terrified of the stillness. If we stop, we have to sit with the question, who am I, if not a producer of value? In psychology, we call this existential anxiety. The busyness acts as a defense mechanism. It's a noise we generate to drown out the silence where that question lives. The performativity of stress. There's a social currency to this, too. We call it performative workaholism. Think about the last time you saw someone post on social media. Maybe it was a timestamp on a project file at 2 a.m. Maybe it was a picture of a triple shot espresso with the caption, "Grind never stops." Why do we post that? We aren't looking for pity. We are looking for respect. We are signaling our tribal allegiance to the cult of effort. It's tragic, really. We are signaling that we are suffering, and we expect applause for it. We have conflated suffering with virtue. If you aren't tired, you aren't trying. If you aren't stressed, you aren't ambitious. But let's look at the cost. The human brain was not designed for the 2026 pace. It wasn't designed for the constant cognitive switching required by our neural interfaces and augmented reality notifications. We are seeing a massive spike in what we're calling fragmentation fatigue. It's that feeling where your soul feels scattered across a dozen different digital platforms, and you can't quite gather all the pieces back together to feel whole. We are losing the capacity for deep work, yes, but more heartbreakingly, we are losing the capacity for deep rest. Real rest isn't just sleep. Real rest is aimlessness. It's staring at a ceiling, just walking without counting your steps. It's a conversation that has no agenda and no end time. When busy is your status symbol, unproductive becomes your sin. You feel guilty for watching a movie without second screening. You feel guilty for a hobby that doesn't have a monetization strategy. You begin to treat your own joy as an inefficiency to be eliminated. And this busyness affects how we love each other. This is the part that worries me the most. Empathy requires time. Empathy requires slowing down enough to notice the micro-expressions on your partner's face, to hear the hesitation in your child's voice. When we are maximizing our utility, we start treating people like calendar blocks. I can give you 15 minutes of active listening between my deep focus block and my workout. That's not connection. That's transaction. We are becoming efficient at the cost of being intimate. We are optimizing our relationships into non-existence. So, how do we break the spell? How do we step off this status treadmill in 2026? It starts with a radical act of rebellion, choosing to be unavailable. We need to redefine status. We need to make time wealth the new luxury. The person who is most successful in 2026 shouldn't be the one with the fullest calendar, but the one with the emptiest mind. The one who has the freedom to think, to wander, to be. We have to stop validating the busy brag. When someone tells you they are swamped, don't congratulate them. Ask them with genuine kindness, "I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to drop so you can breathe?" We need to help each other put down the heavy armor of productivity. We need to remember that we are not biological machines competing with silicon ones. We are the creators. We are the dreamers. And dreaming requires sleep. It requires space. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: your worth is not measured by your exhaustion. You do not need to earn your right to exist by processing data or completing tasks. The next time someone asks you how you are, try something dangerous. Instead of saying, "I'm so busy," try saying, "I'm taking it slow." See how that feels. It might just feel like freedom,